We're here. Welcome back to the Screen Squad, everybody. I'm Kev. I'm with Combat Jones.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good. Just chilling.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, he's back. I told you he'd be back.
I'm back.
Just like Uncle Howdy.
Chronic. Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm
You
good.
enjoying what's left of our playoffs?
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
much as you can?
All we have left. Yeah. I just finished watching the game earlier with the Oilers, and it was impressive. I wasn't sure how much they were going to fight and if they were going to put up a fight back in Florida, and they did. I'm happy.
I wasn't sure if they were going to put up a fight the last game, and
Yeah. It almost looked like Florida did what Boston did and was laying down just so they could win at home.
I honestly feel like that's what they did, and it's kind of backfiring now.
You gotta be careful with it. You never know. And you're playing with the best hockey player on the planet, right?
Dude, exactly. You got to watch out for Conor McGregor.
Yeah, you don't know. And you don't want to get to Game 7. I mean, I don't know.
That's dangerous.
Florida definitely hasn't lost 3 games in a row yet.
No.
Obviously, in the playoffs. No. They lost 2, I know, because they lost 2 against the Rangers. They were 1-1, and then the Rangers went up 2-1. They were 1-0, and then the Rangers won 2 in a row. Then they lost the next.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. So we'll see how they respond. It'd be cool.
I'm excited. If this goes Game 7, that's so dope.
Yeah.
Better than how the NBA Finals went, but
right. It's good for hockey.
Let's continue talking about hockey real quick. But the first 3 games, the Oilers only scored 2 goals in 3 games. Yeah. After Game 4, they scored 10 goals in 3 games.
I don't know what they did to figure it out. It's crazy. Going through the whole first round, second round, and now to the third round, up to that point, the Panthers held fucking Pasternak, Panarin, Zibanejad, all McDavid to barely anything.
I know.
And now it seems they've figured out how to score. So
that's the thing. It's Bobrovsky. It comes down to Bob.
I mean, or is it defense too? Because Bob has been playing crazy. If he hadn't been playing the way he is, they definitely wouldn't have been to this point now, for sure.
Agreed.
And they're 100% better than they were last year. Yeah. So, and then with the experience too, of losing. So I wonder if you're them, if you're a Florida fan, let us know in the comments. Are you worried now? Because you weren't. I wouldn't have been worried when I was up 3-0 for sure. Right?
Dude, I think. Don't you? I remember messaging you that. Do you think both finals are going to be over by the next time we record? And we both said yes.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
And here we are looking at Game 6. Like, holy shit, it's happening.
Yeah, and they're gonna try to pull the near impossible. Because that's what it is. I believe only 2 teams have only ever come back from a 3-0 lead. And I'm not sure if it's happened in the finals. I think it may have happened once in the finals, and they were talking about it, and it was in the 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s or something.
Oh,
so
way back.
Yeah, I think they mentioned it was like the Detroit Red Wings and somebody else. Yeah, they were mentioning it at the end of the game. Yeah. But regardless, come on, it's never happened in basketball. We all know it happened in baseball with the Yankees and the Red Sox about 20 years ago.
It's actually a stat I have switching to basketball really quick. If I could find it, it's NBA teams are now 0-157 in postseason series after falling into a 3-0 deficit.
Yeah, it's never happened.
No team has ever done.
No, it'll happen someday. I mean, look at out of all teams you figured that it wouldn't happen against, being down 3-1 was the Warriors that went 73-9 or whatever it was. Of course, they had LeBron and Kyrie and J.R. Smith and a great team.
Love.
Kevin Love, freaking yeah.
That was an
I
era,
love
bro.
that. It was such a good series. Yeah, so great. Like
that was probably my favorite NBA Finals in
a long time.
Long time.
Yeah, if not ever watching, of my grown adult life for sure. Yeah.
I mean, growing up as a kid, my favorite team rarely ever made the playoffs. That was the Sacramento Kings. But...
Yeah, same. It was heartbreak every year against lucky shots from the Lakers or the
that's
Spurs.
My life being a Bills fan, man. Heartbreak every year.
Yeah,
I still love them.
Yeah,
sort of.
Yeah. I feel you. Oh.
But we got a lot to look forward to now that we're switching to basketball, dude. Tatum had 31 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds. The Celtics topped the Mavs 106-88 Monday night to win their 18th championship, breaking the tie with the Lakers for the most in league history.
Yeah, beating the tie. Yeah.
That's incredible.
They now have the most. Yeah, thanks to Bill Russell mostly.
Oh,
right?
100%.
But yeah, this is their second one. Their first one since 2000. Was it 2008?
I think so.
Yeah, with Paul Pierce, or is it 2004? Or whatever. Anyways, with Paul Pierce, Antoine Walker.
It was 08.
Yeah, Ray John Rondo, Kevin Garnett, of course, Ray Allen, Doc Rivers. And they almost had two. They had went to Game 7 at home, I believe, against Kobe Bryant without Shaq, and that's the time Kobe won without Shaq. Yeah.
Yeah, he proved to the world he could do it.
Yeah, very impressive. Hard one. Yeah.
Adding on to Tatum's impressive performance, Jaylen Brown added 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists, and was voted the NBA Finals MVP.
Right.
I knew it was either going to be him or Tatum that got the MVP, but the fact that Brown got it, he deserves it. He did great the whole series.
Right.
Like, they just looked unbeatable. The fact that the Mavs blew them out to win one game shocked the shit out of me.
Right.
Like, I text you, I'm like, of course they would do that.
Yeah. I mean, it's insane.
I feel like that goes back to what you said about Florida, the Panthers maybe tanking a game to try to win it at home.
Right.
Because, look, Boston just won it at home.
Yeah. You wonder if they really do that too. Like I don't know.
So.
And
I mean, I
sports
think
and rigs and it's too much now with the sports betting, in my opinion, of where it's really gone to with it being like legalized. Not saying that it should or shouldn't be, but just the way that it's really turned into this whole fantasy thing and people betting and every freaking app and every company has an app now, and it's like it plays into it. How can it not? If these players are making that much money and they know people are like, I'll swing the game this way, I'll make this many points, I'll check out of the game now to affect it. Like,
Luka in my opinion, fouled out.
Yeah, in my opinion, the NBA or something even above it needs to look into it and investigate it a little bit and maybe make some adjustments. Yeah,
I 100% agree. I mean, the fact that you could bet on professional wrestling now, I think, is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've never I know I've seen it, and I've never actually done it. I've never done any type of sports betting.
But I did once, and I lost big, and I will never.
Yeah, well, you get some free money when you go on first and sign up with most of them, I believe, right?
Yeah, it's
so
$5,
it is what
$10.
It is. Yeah, but
$5-10 go a long way on certain apps,
Yeah, I just don't understand how the wrestling thing works. I've never really looked it up. I've seen that you can do it, and it's just it doesn't make sense. I don't know. I'd like to look into it though. I'm curious about it.
Part of me wants to do it just to screw around one time and see if okay. But I feel like a lot of times when it comes to professional wrestling, even as viewers, we know what the outcome's going to be.
It can only be one or the other, like a game. And you're not betting on how many moves are going to happen or how many assists or how many points or how many 3-pointers are over, under.
It's winner or loser.
Is that all it goes off of? Is winner or loser? Or is it whoever, who's going to bleed first? You could do it with fucking AEW and John Moxley, Then if he didn't bleed, it was rigged, right?
Or AEW, how many times are they going to show Tony Khan?
Yeah.
2, over under 2. Looking like he just ripped the biggest bong in the world.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, it's sports betting. But
Yeah, I'm not with it. I'd rather go to a casino.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Yeah, there's better things to throw your money away on, my opinion.
Real quick, Drew Holiday finished with 15 points. Another solid
performance
by him all season.
Yeah, they just sung his praise for the last few minutes of the game, the announcers and stuff, like how impactful he has been and how he had got hurt last year, I believe, going into the series with Miami and how that really cost them. And yeah, you can't say enough about Drew Holiday, man. Yeah.
He was honestly
and they said he was a missing piece to the Bucks too, and when they got him, they won that championship too.
Yeah.
So it's like it's these players that do the little things, but they're still not like end of the bench players. They still play a significant role. They just might not be that star. But yeah, with Boston, you had Jaylen Brown, like you said, and Tatum wasn't even on half the time in recently. So and Jaylen Brown just stepped up,
And you got to show credit to the smaller guys too, like White.
Yeah.
White showed up this whole series. Like,
and there's a few guys I didn't.
He shouldn't have.
Yeah, exactly. He's a great guard that's definitely underrated for sure.
100, dude.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anybody be able to step to Luka like that.
Yeah,
and come away with the ball.
I believe he led guards for having the most blocks per game, or in the season at least. For the season,
at least in the postseason too.
Yeah.
He was all over that court, and it was.
And the Celtics had role players too, like a few that I don't even know their names.
That they were just specifically out there to do that.
Right, and then KP Porzingis, man, like he didn't play much here and there, but he that one game he was doing pretty good.
Yeah, and then he got hurt again.
He came back and got hurt again, and that's kind of been his problem with his career. Yeah, because you come back too early and you're trying to push it. It's like
right, and I understand it, and I respect.
He's injury prone too. Yeah,
100%. But he could have easily sat, and the same result obviously happened. But I understand his grind to want to come back early and push through the injury and try to fight and help your team win.
Right.
But he didn't have to.
Man, I thought it was going to be closer, honestly. And I kind of overlooked the fact because I was thinking it was going to be closer off how the Mavericks played. But in reality, the Celtics had just swept the Pacers. Right? And then how many games had they lost the whole playoffs? Like
2, 3?
Yeah. So guess I predicted that one wrong, but
you and me
whatever.
both, man. What did I say? Dallas in 6 or 7?
Yeah. We were rooting for Dallas, being the underdog and all that. But props to the Celtics, man, because it was just dominant and they just did their whole thing and they did not, wither at all. They've done what they've done all season and proven the people wrong that said that they couldn't do it. Just like the little commercial they had afterwards. Yep. Tatum is now solidified. Like you can't take that from him. Even Porzingis being injury prone now, he's got his fucking ring. It's like that money's gonna come.
That's true. It's like
he probably he's good forever
look
now.
At this,
Yeah, he's gonna be fine forever now. And then Drew Holiday, man, come on, like to go to multiple teams like that and be able to do that. Yeah,
on every team he's been with.
Al Horford probably can retire now. Like he's had some chances and fallen short a lot with a bunch of good teams. I remember when he was on the Atlanta Hawks with Joe Johnson and Josh Smith and Jeff Teague, and they had a nice squad there. But LeBron, man, in the East. Nobody was getting by that shit, and then the old Pacers, with Danny Granger and Paul George and Roy Hibbert and George Paul, it's George Hill.
Now it's in the hands of the young spry Halliburton.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what they could do in the upcoming seasons. As he gets older and progresses.
Yeah, and then who are they going to sign too? It's looking good. And then the West is going to be very interesting next year too, because who knows if the Mavericks are even going to be able to get out the first round again. Like, they're going to be able to add more people to get to a point where they can, like, or was this
Right.
kind of, it wasn't luck, but luck plays a part somewhat in like your matchups, right? Because you don't know who you're going to get, and then the other teams at injuries, so you never know. And OKC, man, like, they're only they just barely old enough to drink, if that. Like, and they can't be even spending that much money on these guys because they're like all drafted or in there. So it's like they ain't going anywhere. They're only getting better. Like,
them guys are so young that they give them too much money, they're gonna go blow it on dumb shit.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how young they are. Like, they're not wise enough to know.
That's true. Yeah, because they could be sitting on a dynasty there, like, and you just who knows how it's gonna play out.
It's all about pressure, man.
Yeah.
What did Triple H say to Seth Rollins? What happens to a piece of coal when it's under pressure?
Yeah.
You either crumble or you turn into a diamond.
Right.
So time will tell, but we do have some heartbreaking news regarding UFC 303.
Ugh.
I'm fucking pissed about this. Conor McGregor suffers a leg injury in training, and now the main event of 303 is canceled.
Well, I guess he was going too hard in Roadhouse, you know? Yeah.
I mean,
Jake Gyllenhaal, he couldn't even take out Jake Gyllenhaal. Come on,
a fake fight.
Yeah.
And I love Conor McGregor. Like, I loved Conor McGregor when he was in his prime.
I think he made a huge mistake not going to the WWE.
Huge mistake.
Huge mistake.
I don't know.
Huge mistake.
I agree.
Maybe it could still happen. Yeah.
Not right now. He's got a broken leg.
Yeah. I mean, who knows how he would have done, but as far as his on-mic skills and his charisma, like,
he was perfect.
It would have been like Logan Paul times a million. Yeah. 100%. I don't know how he would have been as a wrestler, if that would have been able to translate, if you would have, because we see like a lot of fighters come in and they just only can do the one kind of UFC
they brought in
style.
Cain Velasquez, and look how that went.
Yeah, exactly. There's plenty of examples of that. So, but on the mic, it would have been amazing. He's past his prime now. Like, he's lost his last few fights. He lost, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, he lost 2 fights to Poirier.
Yeah, so I don't even know why he's
like, Poirier snapped his leg, and he was sitting there talking, like, chirping him like, your wife's in my DMs.
Yeah, I don't know why he's coming back.
Just stop.
Yeah,
and honestly, I was talking about this at work earlier.
Yeah,
he should have stopped at the Mayweather fight.
Yeah,
he made enough money there for his wife and his current child and whatever kids he has in the future to be set for life.
Right.
He doesn't need to do any more.
He needs like a better agent or something, because he's so charismatic that they can plan out something better, like a fucking TV show or a huge podcast or something, because he just got the gift of gab when he talks, and he can talk shit.
You look at The Miz, like The Miz had The Miz and Mrs. on TV. You give Conor McGregor a show like that with him and Del, or whatever his wife's name is, and the kid.
Yep.
I'm watching the shit out of him.
Let him be a commentator. Like, he might have been able to be a good commentator in WWE. Who knows?
Fucking better than Daniel Cormier.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah.
Way
like,
better
Punk's a good commentator. Like,
he's great.
And he does it for what? I forget the name of the promotion, but not UFC.
Is he still doing it?
Yes, on and off. Yeah.
Well, I mean, clearly he's got other stuff going on now.
Yeah, he does. Sure does.
But speaking on that, let's get into this past weekend, bro.
Yeah, he's been practicing his referee skills.
Apparently. Dude, that camera angle had me
perfect.
It was so perfect. That dude needs a raise.
Yeah. It was planned out so perfect, so original, rather than just a cheap little run-in of what people expected. I mean, when we saw the referee go down, of course, we the first thing I thought, okay, here we go. Some type of fuckery is about to happen.
Right. But my thought was I expected the Punk interference to be kind of like what he did on Raw when he popped out of the ring and held his leg when he was going to the Claymore.
Yeah, or
That's
afterwards.
what I was looking for.
Yeah.
But then when that ref slid into the ring, as soon as I saw the slick there, I'm like,
and I seen the Nikes or the Jordans or whatever, the red and black, and I was like, oh shit.
That's not a ref.
No, that's that's the best in the world, baby. Yeah. Oh, just to hold it there, like.
And it's just like, you know why he did that? Not just for the counter too.
It's apparently it's
the meme.
Yes, the meme of the grave site in front of and also overseas. I'm not sure exactly what country it is, but it's a form of disrespect. Exactly. Yes. So it's a triple.
Was just British.
Well, yeah, but British is well, that's even more disrespectful, right? Because England is connected to Scotland.
That's true.
Right? So they have beef somewhat. There is definitely a rivalry there. I can't tell you, specifically all on it, but I know that there is one. So it played into it because I know that the post show he wore the rival
the
football team, soccer team's shirt.
I can't put quotes on that. It's actually called football. I'm sorry to all.
Yeah, it is there, people. Of course. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry we butchered the title of that sport.
Yeah, it is what it is. They know. They know we're just ignorant Americans.
We are so ignorant.
Yeah.
To anything they create.
Yeah. But yeah, it was great though. I'm looking forward to what comes next.
Friday
and the kick in the balls was good too.
Dude, I mean, yeah, but it kind of made me look at Punk like, dude, you should just hit him with a GTS.
Yeah, it would have been too much.
McIntyre
it was a good
heel
move too. Yeah, and the crowd was very quiet. They didn't know what to do. He found some
torn.
Yeah, he had some fans there, of course, or a good amount that he found, but a lot of them were pissed.
He said when he was being hugged by fans?
I thought I was going
to get jumped.
Yeah, that was great. And when it went off the air, Samantha Irvin was talking to like the crowd or whatever, which I guess people are saying she shouldn't have done it. Whatever, you could have your opinion either way. But she was like, "Oh, I know it didn't go the way you guys wanted it to," and they fucking gave it to her. Fucking booed out of the place. Huge boos. Yeah. Fuck CM Punk chants. Yeah. And then I seen like outside the arena interviews fans were doing with others, podcasts, interviewers.
Speaking on Samantha, I wonder how Ricochet's doing.
Yeah. Who knows, man, if he's gonna leave now. Yeah.
No, I don't think so, because they still talk about him.
Think it was real glass too?
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Cry me a river.
Yeah. Who knows?
What else you think of the weekend? I thought it was a solid event.
I loved it. I thought it was the best one since WrestleMania, for sure, without a doubt. I said it before another time. I'll say it again. I thought the majority of it was better than the majority of night one of WrestleMania. Even
I agree.
Yeah.
Even the I Quit match, which was obviously predictable. We all knew how that was going to end.
Yeah,
but the finish, dude, the finish of that.
Yeah,
when AJ said I quit, and then he still threw the steps at him.
Yeah, that was a good little part on top. I like that he added that. Yeah.
Are we getting heel Cody? That seemed very heelish.
Yeah, he was just being feisty, I think, because AJ was messing with his mom, with Mama Rhodes.
Yeah, why does everybody gotta mess with Mama Rhodes, man?
I mean, that's yeah.
Is that just what you do to a babyface champion?
Yeah, they're looking to see what they can do because with the ratings and the company and stuff, and it's probably not as high when the ratings aren't as high as when he was chasing the title to when he has the title now.
100%. I mean,
but I thought,
you could go on any comments on any Cody Rhodes video or post or anything. People are getting stale with it.
Yeah. But I thought the match was a good change from the first match, and I like what led into it, of course. There was like some weird things like with it was original for what it was. I'm not a big I Quit match fan.
No.
But yeah.
Like my favorite one was JBL and John Cena back in the day.
Yeah.
And almost kind of had a similar finish with John Cena carrying like the bumper of the limo.
Yep.
And like about to smash him with it, and he goes, "I quit." And it was
and that's when he quit. Okay, yeah.
So it's kind of similar to that when Cody's holding up the steps, like he goes, "Oh shit, I quit."
Yeah, and that's the thing. You can only do so much. and of course, there's been like huge I Quit matches, that paved the way, I guess, like going back to the 80s even, that were huge that people remember or think that are classic. But I always think of like the Mankind and the Rock one from the 90s Attitude Era I Quit match. But even that wasn't that great in my opinion. That's just what I remember when I think of an I Quit match.
My downfall with I Quit matches, especially if you like both competitors.
Yeah.
You know that sometimes necessarily means the end of one of them.
Yeah, because it's like submitting. It's quite the L to take.
Right. And like, who knows what's going to go on with AJ next?
Yeah, because he's heading overseas.
He is. I saw that promotion.
Yeah.
What? So is he like a free agent now? Is he just...
No, he's just going over to do a show, big match over there, I believe. I mean, I'm not sure, but I would assume he's still signed. Like Triple H is better with that stuff in the company, and that it's AJ Styles, so they're not, they're not gonna.
One of their closeted puppies that they could just protect. He's a worldwide known name.
Yeah, and they know where his loyalty lies too, right?
Oh, right. And he said he wants his career to end with the WWE.
Yeah, so it is what it is. He'll be back, I'm sure. The one stupid thing I thought with the match was like when Cody Rhodes passed out and AJ Styles made him pass out. Why would you not win at that point, right?
Right, like the dude's done.
Yeah, what if you kill the person? Like I said, what if you kill them and they can't say I quit? Do you not win then too? Like,
do you get disqualified in a quit match?
Yeah. Say it again. When Stone Cold went against Bret Hart for the submission match. Stone Cold passed out. Ken Shamrock rang the bell, and Bret Hart won. So what's the difference?
Or like listen,
right?
Yeah, but a comparison for me: Seth Rollins versus The Fiend in Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
How do you get DQ'd in a Hell in a Cell match, dude?
If you don't get DQ'd from getting thrown off the top of a Hell in the Cell through a table and then getting thrown through the Hell in the Cell onto thumbtacks and shit.
Right. There's some things that will never make sense, but we could call this event. Yeah. Obviously, guys, we're talking about Clash at the Castle.
Yeah.
Or, as I like to say, Botch at the Castle. There's a couple botches throughout the night, but I don't put that on either of the competitors.
No, it happens at every event too. At some point,
not even that. If you paid attention to the AJ Cody match, the ref warned AJ that the top rope was loose.
Right.
So, like, you look at Jade's slip.
Yeah.
You look at any of her past matches. She's performed that move immaculately a million times.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was a great match up until the slip too.
Phenomenal match.
I liked it.
Every match was good.
Yeah. Like Alba Fyre and Isla Dawn. Like,
I was so happy they won. I didn't expect it. Like, I think last week when I did the show, I said that whoever wins that match, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, and Zoe Stark just made me even more of a fan of her. Like,
same.
Yeah.
And another, Jade did also botch in the spot with Jesus Christ, Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
When she had her in the chokehold, she was tapping out.
That was just you gotta be That's one thing you gotta, and the commentators called it out too, which I was surprised too. But I guess they
were just gonna try to cover that one, and they didn't.
Yeah, I know. It is what it is. She's still, young in her career, and people were blaming AEW for it, and it's just like, give her a break
for her slipping on a fucking rope.
Give it a break. Give her time. She's still,
I don't hold that against her.
It was a step back for her at this match, but she's been getting better and better, in my opinion.
Besides those two moments, she had a phenomenal match.
Yeah, and then like the finisher of the match, I wasn't crazy about it because they kind of botched. It wasn't a great back suplex to Shayna Baszler, and then Isla Dawn, was it, or the other one pinned her? Isla,
was it? I don't remember who got the pin.
Yeah, either way.
Oh no, it was Isla. It was Isla.
Okay, Isla. Yeah, and then she suplexed
She's
Jade.
the little one, right?
Yeah.
She's the fiery one.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Alba Fyre must be the red-haired one, I would assume.
No, that's what I'm talking about. I think Alba Fyre.
Oh yeah.
Alba Fyre is the one who carries the staff. She's like a witch.
Okay. Yes.
And then Isla Dawn, I love Isla Dawn.
Yeah,
She's phenomenal.
but just it takes just a back suplex, a reverse suplex to take out, Jade.
Yeah,
And,
I thought for sure it
but
was going to
whatever.
end
Yeah.
with Jade's finisher and then that moment.
Right.
But either way, like I said, I wasn't mad about that finish at all.
No, I liked it. I thought it was cool giving them the titles. Like, I didn't expect them to win.
Hey, you had to have one of the hometown people win.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Especially if their plan was to screw Drew all along, which I honestly didn't think that was going to happen, man.
The way they built it up, they swerved me because I thought they did a very good job at convincing me that Drew was actually going to have a chance and actually probably win this match with the last few weeks leading up to it. Yeah.
Dude, that and in a straight up match, McIntyre beats Priest every day.
Yeah. And Punk explained it in the post show too. Why it kind of was what it was. Because, talking on with other people, it's like, would it be better if you're a Punk to want Drew to win the championship so you could beat him and take it from him? But then Punk comes and explains in the post show, no, I don't want him to have anything nice. As long as I'm here, you're not winning any championship title. You're not winning anything. Like, as long as I have any breath in my body, it's not happening. So
McIntyre's going to fuck him up on Friday.
Oh, he's fucking him up.
He's fucking him up.
I hope he puts him through like a windshield and says like real glass or does some type or puts him in the guillotine and passes him out like backstage or some type of
just another
some
deep
pun,
shot.
Just another dig. Yeah, just why not? Fuck it. Yeah.
Fuck it. They take shots at them all the time.
Yeah, and it even is if it's a shot, it's not a shot. It's just playing, it's just it's a little dig. It's just, for the people that know, it just bridges the gap between companies and fans to make more conversation and give us more to talk about. So
yeah, I was about to say it gives the IWC something to rumble about.
Yeah.
Which is us, the internet wrestling community.
Yeah.
Bailey and Piper Niven. I texted you as soon as that match was. No, I didn't because you were working. But
right.
I remember messaging you the next day, like, dude, I felt bad for Piper not winning that.
Yeah.
I think Bailey's losing her aura, and that would have been a good moment to have Piper win and then have her turn on Chelsea. I thought that would have been iconic.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I thought it was a great match, though. I loved it. Yeah.
Dude, when
I love
Piper
the finish
did that
too.
Running rolling senton.
Yeah.
Off like the apron of the ring to the floor.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yep. It was impressive for sure. Yeah.
Like you said, that whole card was phenomenal. Pun intended.
Yeah. Phenomenal Yeah. It was cool.
Yeah. What else you got to say about Clash? Anything?
No, I just enjoyed the crowd. I thought they were good. I thought it was very annoying the SmackDown leading up when Cody and Cody and AJ were trying to do their frickin' promo and they wouldn't even let AJ talk because they just kept singing Cody Rhodes. Like it just got annoying for me. It was stupid.
I turned the volume
all
down.
respect to the fans there and everything, of course, but sometimes you just got to let the people talk. There's a time and place for everything.
Right,
and,
like they're trying to put a show on.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. You guys are excited. International crowds are always next level excitement, and I love it.
Right.
But when it comes to, like, cutting promos, with the exception of Dominic Mysterio, let them talk.
Yeah,
Don't let them talk.
Yeah, if the band's, like, playing, let them play the song,
Right, like...
or whatever. Like, come on. You got it, like...
Right, like, if the Beatles are on and they're performing, are you going to be screaming so loud that they can't hear themselves sing?
Yeah, it happens, but it's a time and place for everything, and it's like you gotta, I get it, but whatever.
Now,
great event though, great event. Looking forward to the next.
I give the whole event a solid 7-8 out of 10, dude.
Oh, for
7,
sure.
8, maybe an 8, maybe even an 8.
Oh, I would. Yeah, I think so for sure. Yeah,
I'm there.
Absolutely. It being only like 5 matches, and they're all championship matches too. Like.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed. They probably could have put LA Knight and Logan Paul on there, but are they fighting for the belt in Chicago, or are they just face-to-facing in Chicago?
I think it's a face-to-face, but I'm not completely sure. It might be main event. I'd have to look that up.
Did you see him show up at Logan's house?
In his pool, yeah. It was kind of like an Eli Drake move too.
It was.
Because Eli Drake liked to hang out in the pool, right?
It was shades of TNA.
So I have like a small prediction with it because he was at his house and was his title there too?
Yeah, it was on the chair.
Okay, so I think LA Knight took a picture naked with the title.
Yo,
we're gonna get the
overhead.
picture. We're gonna get the picture of it
As Logan's like kissing the belt.
Holding, yeah.
So while you're kissing that belt,
look at this. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah,
that'd be great.
It was good though. It was good. Yeah.
Now moving on to the night I have all been waiting for: Monday Night Rollins. Yep,
yeah,
he's back, baby. Shocked me.
I didn't see
That's not how I was going to open the show, but
nope. I thought it was going to be Drew. I thought it was going to be
everyone's favorite uncle.
Exactly. Not Uncle Fester. Yeah.
No. But like me and guys at work were talking because I had the countdown up because I was working during Monday Night Raw. I had the countdown up. The countdown ended at 8.
Okay. I was wondering about when the countdown actually ended.
It ended at 8 on the dot.
Okay.
And that threw me off because you look back at other countdowns in WWE history, they would just happen during the show.
Okay.
Even if there was a countdown leading up to the show, it would lead up to like a certain point in the show.
Yeah, I guess it was good at getting people's attention and keeping them on the show and wondering and waiting when it was going to happen.
That and then the subtle teases throughout Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, because there was
a couple glitches.
There was, especially at the beginning.
Opening credits was over.
Yeah,
that was wild.
Which I'm not sure what that led to. If there was,
there was nothing. It was just a glitch.
Okay.
There was no QR codes or anything.
Oh,
like that.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
And then I can't remember what promo, but there was a backstage promo, and in the background, the Wyatt 6 logo was like on something.
Okay.
I didn't see that until today, and I meant to send it to you, and then I lost it, and I
did remember seeing that online afterwards that there was a lot of subtle things and little hints here and there that I didn't.
We finally had the moment between Otis and Chad Gable. Kind of.
Yeah.
Like he pushed him, through him.
Packed his bags and left. Yep.
Right. And then we saw what happened to Gable, but we'll get to that. But first and foremost, as we started this off with, Seth Rollins is back, dude. And he's going to be challenging Damian Priest at Money in the Bank for the World Heavyweight title, which, honestly, he's back way sooner than I thought he would be.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be till like Royal Rumble or something. Like,
or I was even going to go like
could have been before that
or something.
Yeah, that'd be before
something
that.
In that, like the fall time, end of the year. I did not think he'd be back already. Like his knee looked fucked at WrestleMania.
Well, even when he walked out on Monday Night Raw, it looked like he was walking kind of slow. So I didn't expect for him to cut the promo that he cut and say what he said.
And be fighting in 3 weeks?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
But, dude, more
good
power
for him.
to him. I'm happy to see Seth freaking Rollins back.
Yeah, people love it, and it's only going to help the ratings, I'm sure. You know, it's
for sure.
People want to see him
carry that show.
Yeah, I don't see him winning, but
oh no, that's going to be
a fuck job.
But so I now have different predictions for WWE going forward.
Yeah.
As far as we had the main event, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jey Uso versus Finn Balor versus Rey Mysterio.
Right.
Money in the Bank qualifying match.
Yeah.
I agree with you that they let the finish happen the way it happened. Great finish, by the way. Coup de grace followed by Uso splash. I love that.
Yeah.
And then you had the moment. And then fucking Bray Wyatt's music hits. Sorry. And Bray Wyatt's music hits. I did not expect that. And if I'm being honest,
the piano. Yeah.
Anybody can call me out for being a bitch if they want, but I got a little choked up when that music hit. I'm like,
Did you?
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah.
Because like when Bray died, I've been very vocal about this. I was a huge Bray Wyatt fan.
Yeah.
And he was primed for a comeback, and then he unfortunately passed away.
Yeah.
And then seeing everything with his wife and their kids saying, I want daddy on Christmas, like that, it hurts your heart to see that.
Oh, yeah, for anybody, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I didn't have that type of emotional connection with him. I mean, I thought he was, had his moments and cool character, but I can I have empathy for the people, and I can understand where they come from for the people that do, because I have that with other people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and so it is what it is. Yeah, so
like,
I can see that. Yeah,
I had that emotional connection
don't,
growing
but
up with the Undertaker,
right. Yeah,
and like the Undertaker was my guy. Like
Mhm.
I idolized him. And
yeah,
I'm not going to sit here and say I idolized Bray Wyatt because I'm a grown man,
right.
but like I envied that character. I've always been a huge fan of the dark, weird, twisted
Right. Yep.
stuff as far as WWE trying to do shit. Like I even love the Boogeyman, and that sucked.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I loved what Bray Wyatt was trying to do, and to see his dream, the original plan that he laid out,
yeah.
come to fruition on 2 days ago.
Now you
Or a
think
day
that's
ago.
what that was, or
That 100% was. That was the
Yeah.
plan. That's why it's called the Wyatt Six. It was those members plus him.
Mm.
He was the sixth member.
Do you think they would have let that happen if had he not died?
If he got healthy, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if they're willing to let Bo Dallas come back as Uncle Howdy,
hmm
that means they had faith in what was going to work and what was
Yeah,
going to
that's
happen.
what. Yeah, that's what surprises me about it a little bit, as far as, because like Triple H is running things more now, right? And if Vince had been doing it, things
This would not have happened.
we all know things went differently, and some of that stuff did happen under Vince with Bray Wyatt and the Fiend too, but it had different outcomes in the way that it happened now. So it'll, even if I'm not totally feeling it, or this or that, or whoever it is or isn't, or however people feel about it, like, we all know Triple H has been doing better, and we have faith in him with that. So I'll, be patient and trust the process. And we'll see what happens. Stay positive about it at least.
But in a moment, I couldn't recreate if I fucking had a million years to plan it.
Yeah.
And in a moment that I think made Bray Wyatt proud.
Yeah.
Like genuinely proud.
Sure, he was be very proud of it. Yeah.
You looking at his little brother like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And you get the glimpses of Eric Rowan as Ramblin' Rabbit.
Yeah.
You go through the curtain, you see more dead bodies. And let's back it up. The first group of dead bodies was. Did you recognize any of them?
Yes, I can't remember who it was exactly, but right to the beginning when it showed up, whatever. Who is that? Sister Abigail?
Oh, right. Yes, that I
is it Sister
Abigail,
or is it a different character? I don't know.
It could be.
Okay, that was creepy. That was the creepiest part, in my opinion.
Dude, 100%. She came out ring style, dude.
Yeah, yeah. That was
It could either be her or Abby the Witch. It didn't look like Abby the Witch, so that's why I'm leaning more towards Sister Abigail.
Okay.
And obviously, we're talking about Nikki Cross.
It's Nikki Cross. Yeah.
Fucking crushed that.
Yeah, I thought it was scary. The mask is like leather face, like mixed with this or that, like,
and the eyes were like sunk in, dude.
It's creepy. It's not something you want to wake up at 3 a.m. in the dark and have staring at your face.
Hell no! Imagine being a kid that watches Monday Night Raw and that's the last.
That's true. I didn't think about it that way. That in the way Undertaker used to scare people when he first came out and stuff, kids and that, and how they were just kind of shook. I'm sure this will have the same effect. Hopefully, Dude,
I could honestly tell you during the 5-minute ending of Monday Night Raw, I sat there in silence, just watching it. I didn't say nothing. You were messaging me. You messaged me shit, and I didn't respond till it was done.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. Somewhat it was over the top, right? Because it was like it would have been cool to save it for like Halloween or October, because it was like spooky. It was like you were going to it was like I walked into a haunted house. It was like Fright Fest or Halloween Horror Nights or whatever. It was cool in that aspect. It's just, who knows how they're gonna play it out with actual wrestling, and if all these members are gonna wrestle, or who they're gonna face, and like where the story goes with it. Because like you see them winning like a championship, or like just for the story, just for offshoot for the side, and like they got to keep certain people safe from it, and separate from it too.
But is anybody really safe from that?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Apparently, the whole Chad Gable thing was because there was a small thing in it that said that he doesn't say thank you anymore. He stopped saying thank you or something. You said yeah.
It said you've changed. You stopped saying thank you, and then in the next image there was the initial CG And then obviously we saw him bloodied and laid out.
So, and it looked like he got a gunshot in the head or something.
They shouldn't have zoomed in because it looked like jelly.
Yeah. So there was a bunch of guys. I think Gunther was one of them.
Gunther, Carmelo Hayes was laid out.
Yep, Melo.
I don't know who the third one was. I heard Dominic Mysterio was laid out.
Yes, yeah.
Somewhere.
So I don't know why, if there was a reason for all of them and each of them being laid out, and they picked them strategically.
If you remember, during Clash at the Castle, there was the teaser with the QR code, but behind all that, it said a massacre is coming.
Yes.
They massacred.
Oh, it was a massacre. Yeah, it was a crime scene for sure. I mean,
the only one who made it out was Jey Uso.
Yeah. I'm not sure who's left too. Like, it was cool, and the people that love, Bray again are gonna love it, and that's what they want. The people that aren't, because it's very over the top, and it doesn't, have much to do with wrestling.
It doesn't translate well to everybody. But
yeah, was it a cool kind of scene? Yeah, it was cool for what it was. Right? It was
very Bray Wyatt. That's all.
Yeah. And for sure, like you said, he would be happy. He would be very proud of it. That's undeniable.
Did you see what his dad tweeted after?
No, I did see he did tweet something, but I didn't see what it was.
It was along the lines of, "I'm so proud of you." Talking to
cool.
Taylor Rotunda, his other son, Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy.
Yeah.
And let's just talk about Uncle Howdy's presence in that at the end of that. So we talked about Nikki Cross.
Mm-hmm.
Then you see the next group of bodies, and then it's Eric Rowan as Ramblin' Rabbit.
Right.
Cut through the curtain, and sitting perched up on the containers was Mercy the Buzzard, which is Dexter Lumis.
Okay, yep.
To go through the next curtain, Joe Gacy is Huskus the Pig.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see Chad Gable with his jelly gunshot. And then standing there like the creepiest scarecrow I've ever seen, Uncle fucking Howdy.
Yeah. He looked cool. His mask was cool too.
Cool. The hat, and he's got the Bray Wyatt dreads.
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah, it's changed from what he was when Bray was there as Uncle Howdy a little bit. I like the change. I will say that. I'm not sold on the other characters of it yet, though.
Me neither. Not yet. We got to see what.
Yeah.
Here's my final take on the whole thing, and I read this somewhere earlier, and I agree with it 100%. I can't remember who's. I want to say it was Eric Bischoff, but don't quote me on that. It was something.
Yeah.
No, Vince Russo. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
And we take what Vince Russo says with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
But he said you look at someone like Dexter Lumis is just under Bray Wyatt's level.
Okay.
And now you got a whole faction of Dexter Lumises, if you will.
Yeah.
Because they were all cool and good in their own way.
They were, but they were also kind of mid-carders too. So is this going to make them better, or is this going to just keep them there and they're just there for a faction? And
that's where it comes down to booking.
Yeah.
Now, the issue, what went wrong with Dexter Lumis and his other runs he's had with WWE? They didn't have anything for him. They put him with Johnny Gargano.
Well, there's only so much you can do with that type of stoic character that doesn't the psychopath that doesn't speak, and he's obviously got play on Dexter, the TV show,
Original Sin coming soon.
Yes.
But now you look at this whole faction essentially as a bunch of Dexter Lumises. You got to tread carefully with how you book it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It could succeed. There is a chance it succeeds. Time will tell. I'm on that band. I'm on that boat of time will tell. Was I happy with the presentation and the performance of it?
Yeah.
Hands down, I loved it.
Yeah. It's such a big lead up to it too. So to see where it's going to go,
the payoff
hopefully
had to be epic.
Yeah.
Like they had to do something crazy more than just come out. So those bodies, so to speak, kind of make sense.
Yeah. It's just there's so much they can do with it. Who knows? Because are they going to come out together? Is it just going to be one of them having a match here and there? Are they just going to always interfere?
I think
Howdy's just going to be alone.
This is how I would do it.
It's too many people to book throughout a whole show too. When you think about it, right?
That's why you spread them out and not just on one show.
Right.
have them infect all of WWE. They're not drafted. Not that matters, but like they're not drafted superstars. So like you could have
and what's their
Sister
agenda?
Abigail come out during a women's match and just raise hell.
Yeah, is their agenda just anarchy and just to make a disturbance and
if it is,
massacre
I'm very
people?
concerned that this ends up like Retribution.
Yeah, they need some type of story that goes in with
do.
something to make it last, and because if it doesn't, then what are they left with?
Right? What was the purpose of all this?
Yeah.
And are they risking damaging and hurting Bray Wyatt's legacy? Yeah.
Right. I mean, at least they tried somewhat,
And they're going to continue to try. This whole thing is, I mean,
but it's also like,
faction.
And it could, there could be more with it too. Like, who knows who's behind it and whose ideas and who's pushing with it too. If it has to do more with Endeavor or Triple H or right, who's pulling the strings? Because when it comes down to it, it's about making money too, right? So,
well, dude, I mean,
and they're gonna sell a lot of T-shirts, right?
Monday Night Raw wasn't off the air 2 minutes, and those shirts were live.
Yeah. So,
and I already.
But it's like everything, CM Punk sells a lot of T-shirts, not even wrestling. Like I just bought the new one too, right? So it's yeah.
I think we're in for a treat. I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And with the absence of Roman Reigns and the actual bloodline, there needs to be this crazy thing going on.
Yeah. I think there's room for some type of supernatural stuff going on. It's just you hope it doesn't go too far over the top or become too enthralled in like the championship title picture or something. There's creative people out there that can make ideas, so make it happen. Let's do it, but
100%.
Do it right. Come on.
And that's Monday Night Raw, everybody.
Yeah.
We had the debut / return of Uncle Howdy and the new faction, the Wyatt Six.
Six.
I can't wait to see where it goes.
Yeah.
But real quick, I gotta talk about it only because I watched episode 4 at work tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars: The Acolyte.
Okay. Yeah.
Episode 3. Did you see what I said about it last week?
Jeez. What did you say?
Episode 3 was dog shit.
Okay, yeah. So I started watching it too. Yeah. I didn't get to episode 3 yet.
Skip it.
Yeah.
All episode 3 was it the whole episode was the backstory of the two girls.
Yeah.
As kids. And they butchered some of the biggest things in Star Wars lore. Like you got, and I'm not trying to offend the LGBTQ plus whatever you guys want to go by.
Yeah.
But you got a planet full of lesbian space witches that manipulated the Force,
right?
And had 2 twin girls.
Yeah, so it's very woke, as people would call it.
It's very
in some
woke.
ways, yeah. Well, it is what it is. It's Disney now, right? So
yes, but they butchered Anakin Skywalker's legacy and his birth and his story.
Really,
Anakin was born due to manipulation of the Force.
Okay,
rumored to be by Emperor Palpatine. Manipulated the midichlorians inside of his mother, and she immaculately conceived Anakin Skywalker without a father.
Oh.
These twins were conceived the exact same way.
Jesus Christ.
But these witches don't call it the Force. They call it the thread, which, fuck you.
Right.
It's not the thread, it's the fucking Force. Get out of here with that bullshit.
Well, people might look at things differently and, different.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
no,
I get it.
Asshole.
Yeah. I have a friend I had mentioned before another episode that he's a huge Star Wars fan, and I asked him what he thought about it, and he was like, so far. So,
but episode 4 was slightly better.
Okay,
it's caught back up with current time, but it ends on such a fucking cliffhanger.
Yeah,
like you finally get that face to face between the girl May's evil master and all the Jedi, and they're like, "Drop your weapon. Move away from him, Osha." And then they all light their lightsabers, and then he just blasts them all away.
Right.
And then it ends. And I closed my phone, and I looked at my coworker. I'm like, that was fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
The 30-minute episodes ending on cliffhangers, I'm like, this is getting redundant now.
Yeah, there's just so many of them now with the Star Wars stuff going on. I feel like
There's
the
too
series, it's
much.
hard to keep up with unless you're a die-hard fan, or there's so much lore to it and so much little details and story and the timeline and everything. So,
and I will say that, speaking on what you said about there being so many little details and lore, that there's a lot you got. If you want to make a good show or good movie as far as Star Wars goes, you got to pay attention to those details.
Right.
And if you don't pay enough attention to any minute detail, there's going to be an aspect, or not an aspect, but a part of the Star Wars fan base that's going to lose their shit and hate it.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
And that's where I'm at. I grew up on Star Wars. Star Wars is my favorite saga as far as films.
Okay.
And I just feel like they're butchering it right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm not looking forward to the rest. That's really all I had to say about episode 4.
You know what I love? Indiana Jones.
I fucking love Indiana Jones.
I didn't, the new one I wasn't crazy about.
I didn't think
it was I didn't think it was like horrible, but
wasn't great.
People hate the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I love it.
I didn't mind it.
I love it. I like it. Yeah.
I mean, Shia LaBeouf was all right.
I thought he was all right. I liked Shia LaBeouf as an actor, especially back then. Yeah, at least. I thought it was a good movie. I love the whole alien thing. I mean, I'm huge in that type of shit and everything, in the Area 51 and the Crystal Skulls. And
I didn't know much about the Crystal Skulls when that
the
movie
Nuke Town type of, thing. Like, I thought it was cool. Yeah.
It was only after, like, as I got older, that I started watching, like, Destination Truth, and they go into like Crystal Skulls. I'm like,
ancient aliens and all. Yeah, everything. Yeah.
But
very cool.
In the words of Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Andy, what do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about? Talk about a show that it's been over for a couple months now, but it came out. It was on Apple TV, and it's called Masters of the Air. And it was great. There's also a new movie coming out, that motorcycle movie. What's the name?
Bike Riders.
The Bike Rider. Yes.
With Austin Butler and Tom Hardy.
Yes. And Tom Hardy looks great in it. And the preview looks
great.
And
Norman Reedus. Don't forget Norman Reedus is in
I didn't even know he's in that.
He's the raggedy looking dude.
Makes me want to see it even more. Yes. So what's his name? Blake?
Austin Butler.
Austin Butler. Sorry. Also played Elvis. Sorry. He played Elvis too. Stayed in character. He's out of that character finally. Apparently, he. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
He also
look it up.
Did you see if you saw Dune 2?
Yeah. Oh, he's in that.
Yeah, dude,
I haven't got into the Dunes yet. Yeah.
Me neither, but I watched it for Austin Butler, and he was the best part of that.
Okay, so he's great in this show, new show, new show, Masters of the Air. Plays a pilot in it. Very good, based on, true events of the 100th Bomber Division Unit flying the planes in World War II, bombing the Nazis in Germany and stuff like that. It's so well done. Just in my opinion, it was way better than the Pacific, and just as good. Oh yeah, and just as good as Band of Brothers. It's a little different aspect. Did you? Okay, yeah. I liked the Band of Brothers better.
Yeah. The Pacific hit more with me because my grandfather fought in that part of the war.
Oh, mine too. So, yeah.
So I was.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. So much respect to them and that show. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Very well done. Very great. They put out a episode afterwards. Well, it was more like a documentary of the real story of the guys that they played and stuff, and just very, very impressive. So much respect, to the courage and the bravery and all that. So thank you for your service too. But check the show out. Very good. Different aspect with them being pilots and like the stress and the PTSD of coming along and having to get into those planes back then, old planes, and go up over enemy territory, and brings a whole new dynamic of it. It's very nerve-wracking and anxious, and oof. It's good.
Start watching that.
Very well done. Yeah.
I'll watch that. I'm off the next 2 days, so it's gonna be like 90,000 degrees out, so I don't
It is. There's also a new series. It started on Apple TV also. There's 2 episodes out so far, starring Jake Gyllenhaal. It's called Presumed Innocent. Very, very good. So he plays, I believe, a district attorney or a prosecutor. And
finally, a movie where he's not a fighter.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's framed. It hasn't really said yet. There's twists in it, you can tell, but I don't want to say too much, but he's charged with murder.
Is it more of a thriller?
It is, yes. Or like a mystery thriller drama so far. So very well done. I'm into it. Can't wait to see episode 3. Ended on a little cliffhanger, kind of, as they should. So, also
depends. Cliffhangers.
Yeah,
I like them.
Yeah,
I like them sometimes.
Right. Sometimes they just piss you off. Yeah. Can't wait for the new season of You to come out. It's supposed to be the last season.
When is it happening?
They haven't quite put it out yet, when a specific date, but Netflix has officially announced that it is coming, and it is the final series finale. Yeah.
Does Joe have to die? Is this like a Dexter type thing where?
I think most people are going to say yes, or that he's got to go to jail or something.
My fiance thinks Joe's a piece of shit.
And I think he's cool.
He is a piece of shit.
And I think he's cool
as fuck.
Yeah, I think he's cool, but I'm not all there either, so.
I'm so glad you brought this up, because you remember in season 1 when Beck is trying to escape from the basement?
Yeah.
And she almost gets out of the door and then he pulls her back?
Yep.
I cheered.
Yeah. There's so many great moments of the show. I really, honestly didn't care for the last season.
Yeah, it was weird. Like, it was all on his head.
Yeah, I wasn't really a fan of it, but the first, was it the first 3 seasons?
No, first 2 seasons. No.
First 3 seasons were great.
Yes. Season 1 was New York, 2 was LA, 3 was somewhere else with Love.
Yes. Suburbia in California or whatever.
And they had the baby.
Yes.
What happened to the baby?
With the librarian, Marianne.
Yeah, who's in fucking everything now.
Yeah.
Good on her. She's a great actress.
She'll be back too, I believe. Yes.
I hope so. She's got to be back. She's like the one thing connecting that he's still alive and everything he's done.
Yeah, and I hope we, God, I forget her freaking name now.
Which one?
From season 2, the younger sister. She's a huge movie star now.
Oh my God.
And Beetlejuice. Yeah. Jenna Ortega.
I forgot about Delilah's sister.
Yes, Delilah's sister. Yeah. She needs to come back for the final season because she has revenge, of course, on her mind, I'm sure,
Right. And if she knows what's what now?
Yes, and why not? Because it's the last season to make it so big. I hope they can get her back, and I hope they make that happen. Yeah.
Dude, what if Beck came back?
God. Yeah.
You didn't like Beck?
Yeah.
Kind of a whore.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the whole show.
Yeah. But, Joe's cool in my book. I'd have a drink with him. Yeah. I'd shoot the shit with him.
Yeah, I'd just be watching.
Pretty sure he would. Time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he would have fit Dexter's code, though. But I'm not perfect. I can't judge anybody.
Who would win in that fight? Joe Goldberg or Dexter Morgan?
Oh, Dexter! Come on.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Fuck Joe's scrawny ass up.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, Joe's kind of a coward in some ways. It is what it is. But I love the show. I enjoy it. I enjoyed the writing, especially the first season. I just didn't see it coming, what it was and where it went. I was just blown away by it.
Same. I did not know I thought it was just gonna be another chick show.
Yeah, and then I was like, holy fuck. Yeah. And people don't know about it. Some people don't know about it. Like, they think it's still a chick show. Like, you need to go and watch this show. You need to watch this show. It's
if anybody out there has not watched or even heard of You, get out from that rock you're living under and go watch it.
Very original too. Just how it's shot with him, speaking throughout it too, and like his monologues or whatever you call it. Yeah, voiceovers. Yeah, like great,
flawless.
Yeah, Power Book of Ghost came back for their last season apparently. So that's pretty pretty good. It's been all right so far, but another show I do enjoy. Yeah. And I know you already spoke on the House of Dragons. You did, right?
So due to my work schedule,
Yeah.
this week I'm just gonna do the
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
recap
Yep.
now.
Yep.
And going from here on out, if you wanted, we can make that a separate episode.
Yeah.
Because I could talk about this show for fucking
Okay,
hours.
gotcha. Yeah, I'll let you do that then, so we don't, spare the time or whatnot. I'm gonna throw out a movie recommendation for people, random movie recommendation. Okay, I believe it came out in 2007. I'm gonna switch it up and go to comedy, and it's called Strange Wilderness, from the creators of the people that made Grandma's Boy.
I fucking love Grandma's Boy.
You need to watch Strange Wilderness. Debbie! Check it out. Yeah. Have you seen it?
It's been a long time.
You've seen Strange Wilderness? Okay,
Yeah.
not a lot of people has. It's kind of flies under. It has like Jonah Hill in it and a bunch of people too in it it's just.
You know what? I'm gonna throw one back at you. I forgot what year. It's not that old.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
The Package.
Ooh.
Have you seen The Package?
I'm not
it's
sure.
A
Hold
comedy
on.
movie.
Have I seen it? Good question. I gotta look at the.
I just cut my dick off.
The Package. Okay. Yeah, I saw The Package. I seen it when it came out, 2018. Yeah, they want to. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna have to rewatch that though now because I think I only seen it one time. Yeah. Yep.
I love that movie. It's so funny.
It was on Netflix, right? Yeah. It was Netflix. Yep.
I remember the first time I saw it, I was just scrolling on Netflix and I see the cover art for it. It's just the eggplant emoji, and I'm just
yes. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I played that as soon as I saw it. I was like, yeah, I gotta watch that. Yep.
Is it weird that we both clicked on something because the logo looked like a dick?
Especially if it's about the dick getting cut off. Like,
dude, my favorite part is with the kid. You know what happens around here? Dicks get cut.
Yeah.
But all right, real quick, we're gonna switch gears and we're gonna go to Westeros right now for this part of the discussion.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm talking about the season 2, episode 1, the epic premiere of House of the Dragon.
No.
When I tell you, okay, so in the book, The Dance of Dragons, there's a moment in this episode that is pretty dark and twisted, and it pretty much makes the Red Wedding look like a fucking children's show.
Yeah, and it's called Son for a Son, I believe.
This episode was called Son for a Son. The moment in the book is called Blood and Cheese, which relates to the names of the two people that carry out the act.
Okay.
So if you remember what I said about how season 1 ends with Rhaenyra Targaryen's son being eaten by the opposing family's dragon.
Yeah.
She goes looking for evidence that her son is now dead. And a little fact, his dragon that also died was hatched from an egg produced by Rhaenyra's dragon. So essentially, that dragon lost her son too.
Okay.
And they go to where the incident happened, and they find washed up on a beach, caught in a net of some fishermen, is part of his wing. Well, a whole wing.
Yeah.
And like the kid's robe. I don't know how the robe came off of the kid if he got swallowed by a dragon. But whatever, it's there for context. And she goes back to Dragonstone to her uncle husband named Daemon. And Daemon says, I will sail for the Riverlands or Harrenhal if you need me to, whatever you want. And all she says is, I want Aemon Targaryen, the guy who was riding the dragon that ate her son. So Daemon, he takes that to the next level, and he sneaks his way into King's Landing, where Aemon Targaryen is, and he pays a man named Cheese and a guard that he knows very well that's still loyal to him, gives him a lot of coins, says, I want you to kill Aemon Targaryen, I will give you the rest of the coin upon completion. So they go into the tunnels, they sneak into the Red Keep. They can't find Aemon, but they find King Aegon's wife, who's also his sister. and they're two young children. Young, like 6, 7 years old. And the kids are sleeping, and they ask his wife which one's the boy. She reluctantly points to the boy, and the last thing you see is them go up to that child as he's sleeping, cover his mouth. You don't see this, but I'm pretty sure they cut his head off.
No shit.
Yeah, they fucking murdered a child.
Damn.
And I sat there just like you are, just like this. I'm just like, for a good 10 minutes afterwards, I'm like,
yeah,
I was rooting for those people that just did this.
Right. And now you've seen what they did, and you're like, ooh.
And now I'm like, are the good people the bad people?
Right.
Are the bad people the good people now? Like,
it's a son for a son. Son for a son, right?
Yeah, but...
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't read the book, but from what I've been reading online, the show kind of butchered that moment. But, like, at the same time, how
it was dark, though, huh? It was very dark.
Yeah, it was dark.
Hey, you got the point, though, right?
Yeah, Oh, you got the point.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's literally how... So the episode ends with Helena, the mom, taking the other baby and running out of the room. And she runs to her mother's room, Allison, who's the mother of the king. And she's getting dicked down by Sir Kristen Cole.
Yeah.
Like just banging. And she just turns around and goes, Helena, what's wrong? And they go, and she says, they killed the boy. And then the episode ends.
Shit.
And I'm just like, fuck.
So you think there's going to be some repercussions back now? It's going to, like,
100%.
just keep going back and forth? Yeah.
I will tell you that the Dance of Dragons is officially begun.
Mm.
The Dance of Dragons is another word for a war fought just by dragons.
No shit. Wow, that's what they're setting up then. That's cool.
They are. And the show got greenlit for season 3.
Okay.
Already.
Yeah.
But actually, that happened before season 2 premiered. Which I love when that means good things are ahead.
Yes, because people saw, the execs or whoever,
and they
approves these shows, panels.
And it starts filming.
Focus groups.
Actually, it starts filming soon.
Nice.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
But we also got 2 more Game of Thrones spin-off shows in the works.
Jesus.
Actually, 3, I think. One's called 100,000 Ships, or 10,000 Ships, or whatever. Yeah. Which I have no idea what that story's about. Another one called A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. No idea what that's about, but half the cast are Targaryens.
Yeah, they take a long time with these. That's the problem with it seems like with the Game of Thrones seasons and stuff like that. So hopefully they're able to get them out, and it's a good timeline to fill the gaps of so they keep people's interest. Right. Yeah, so you can move on to the next one.
Don't put them all on at the same time. Have one.
Yeah.
And then during that off season, do another. And then so on and so forth.
That's what Power's been great at doing. Because there's so many different spin-offs now. Yeah.
That they're all airing at different times of the year, which I think is the smart way to do it.
Yeah.
Especially,
like you get a few lapses, but you get there's a few different ones.
It's only like a couple weeks of lapses, and then it's
sometimes
full one show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's good though, because there's a lot of Game of Thrones fans out there. A lot of people would rank that up there with their favorite TV show of all time, right? So yeah, there you go. So plenty of mouths to feed.
There is one other spinoff that I am so beyond excited for. Aegon's Conquest, which shows how the Targaryens came to power.
Okay.
At the very beginning.
Yep.
And if you've watched Game of Thrones, you've seen clips of House of the Dragon, you know the skull of the dragon that's under the castle. That big giant skull. You know what I'm talking about?
It's been a while since I watched it. Sorry.
I'm gonna pull up an image and hold it up for you real quick.
All right.
Just because you need to see this.
I've watched it. I've watched the whole show of Game of Thrones once, all the way through. I did watch it, but of course, it was years ago now, right? Because
so that skull under the Red Keep belongs to Balerion the Black Dread, also known as the biggest dragon in Game of Thrones history.
Okay.
Bigger than, if you watch House of the Dragon, bigger than Vhagar, and Vhagar's fucking huge. So to see Aegon the First And it's important because Jon Snow's real name is Aegon. That's who he was named after, Aegon the Conqueror.
Mm-hmm.
And Aegon the Conqueror had the dream of a song of ice and fire about the impending threat and war in the north against the White Walkers. And it was always said that the prince who was promised would save the realm from the White Walkers.
Yep. Okay.
Jon Snow did just that.
Right. I remember that.
Technically,
Yeah.
it was Arya, but whatever.
Yeah. There's a few things that stood out with me watching, because I only watched it once and it's been a while, like I said. But there's there's a lot of episodes, somewhat. But there's a few things that stood out with me. The first season with the dad getting his head chopped off. Of course,
I
what the
right there.
Yeah, pouring the stuff, the hot shit over the face of the
crown for a king.
Yes, yeah, crown for a king. Yes, the red wedding.
The red wedding, dude.
The red
One
wedding.
Of the craziest episodes ever.
Yeah.
My personal favorite episode, Battle of the Bastards.
Okay. Yep.
Jon Snow versus Ramsay.
Yep. Remember the one with like the other poisoning one with the young king?
Fucking asshole Joffrey.
Yeah, what was like the mountain versus
the mountain versus the hound, which happened in the final season?
Yes, I remember that.
On the staircase in the Red Keep, and they both just tumbled out the window.
Yeah. And what's the one where the guy stuck his fingers in the other guy's eyes?
My God. When Tyrion was on trial.
Okay, yeah.
And he had Prince Oberyn, also known as Pedro Pascal, also known as the Mandalorian.
Yes, that's who it was.
Also known as Joel from The Last of Us.
Yep.
Which I can't wait for season 2.
Yeah.
But that's another conversation for another episode.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for The Walking Dead to come back too. Dead City. Or whatever it's called.
Season
Dead City,
2.
baby.
The Daryl Dixon, the Book of Carol is coming.
Yeah.
And I hope we get another season of The Ones Who Live with Rick.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, I need more Rick.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
I want, if this doesn't end with Rick reuniting with Daryl.
Yeah. Or at least do a movie at once all these seasons are done with these spin-off shows. Just do one movie and just
culminate it all.
Put it all together. Give it a happy ending.
if you can have a happy ending in the
yeah, somehow.
But like,
yeah,
I noticed there's set photos from season 2 of Dead City that came out.
Mm-hmm.
Show Negan rocking a leather jacket and a new Lucille.
Okay, yeah, can't wait.
Dude,
I like that one the most. Yeah,
badass Negan.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, it would. I like the dynamic of that show and where they went with it, being New York City too, and everything in a different spot. Yeah, it was cool. The last episode you spoke on the Alien preview, Alien Romulus. That looks very good. I can't wait to see that. You spoke on Batman, the Batman. I can't wait to see that. Superhero. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see what they do that. Like there is a delay, like you said, with that, but I'm here for it and I can't wait. Big fan. Where's Rachel? Where's Rachel?
Where is she?
Where is she?
Where are the other drugs going?
I'm Batman. Yeah.
You ever see those how it should have ended videos?
No.
It's like animated.
Maybe actually.
And all the superhero ones always end with Batman and Superman at a bar. And he always goes, "Do you want to know why I'm right? Let me guess. Because I'm Batman."
Yep. Yeah. It's funny. So
who's the best Batman? Go.
Yeah,
I'm putting you on the spot. I didn't see that coming, motherfucker.
Who we got now? Should I go Robert Pattinson?
Don't say Clooney.
No. Listen, I thought Michael Keaton was great for what it was, but Christian Bale played the part so fucking good too, man. Like, and Christian Bale was more serious, and I feel like
toned down and real.
Yeah, those were the best films, the cinematography of them and everything, and just with Heath Ledger. So I guess I'm gonna go with Christian Bale, even though Michael Keaton is kind of that throwback, the nostalgia to when I was a kid, to that first Batman with Jack Nicholson and Joker and everything else. But I'll go with Christian Bale. Yeah.
And I know I said it last week, but to me, the only thing that still makes The Dark Knight a better movie than Robert Pattinson's Batman is Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker.
Right, agreed. It's just so well done and shot and story. It's very good. Yeah.
I feel like if he hadn't died, then we would have gotten a proper ending with the Joker.
That would have been crazy.
Because that was the original movie. I heard that the original script was supposed to be the Joker on trial.
And the second one, yeah.
No, after The Dark Knight, how he was captured and arrested.
Yeah.
The third movie, The Dark Knight Rises, was supposed to be about the Joker on trial with Bane as a background character.
Oh, with Bane as a yeah.
And then obviously with what happened, they weren't going to recast the role.
That one was still good, but it was over the top. I
wonder if Dark Knight was the best one out of the three.
Yeah, for sure. And everybody was so mad about Robert Pattinson being the Batman and stuff, but I was looking forward to it.
So
honestly.
was I.
Yeah.
Especially once I saw the trailer. The very first trailer. I just remember sitting there and going, okay, Twilight, let's see what you got.
Yeah. He came a long way since Twilight. That was very, very long time ago. He did that other movie, Tenet, that came out during COVID. And once I liked it. I went to the movies to see that during COVID too. And knowing that movie and when they announced it and, him wearing the suit and stuff and pulling off that character, I was like, oh man, I think that's cool. He could
be a Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
That's what I compared his Bruce Wayne to, his character in Tenet.
Yeah, and it was different too, and who knows how they're going to play in the Joker with this new type of Batman.
Well, I hope it works out because that new Joker looks nasty.
Yeah, it looks good. And Dana was good. Riddler, yeah.
I have nothing but praises to sing about Paul Dano's performance as the Riddler.
Just the way it was done, the noir of it, right? I thought it was
very detective-esque.
It was a little too long, and the way it was filmed, it was very dark, which stood up to that. And like with the Penguin, I thought it was a little too much with the story, and it was just like they could have cut it a little shorter. And they're already making that spinoff, right? About the
Penguin, yeah.
The Penguin, yeah. Which is cool.
I believe
Colin
it takes
Farrell.
place post the Batman. I'm not entirely sure.
I forget what I saw about that.
Sure.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. I remember reading about it. So that'll come before the movie comes out. I'm pretty sure.
The Penguin premieres on HBO Max this September.
Okay, yeah. And then the one villain people are talking about in the new Batman is Hush, correct?
It's got to be Hush.
Okay, yeah. That's been a lot of murmurs and rumors. Yeah.
But
that's not confirmed yet? That's not 100%?
No.
Okay.
The only character that's confirmed in that movie is Clayface.
Clayface, okay.
And here's what worries
I don't know much about Clayface. I've seen it, and I believe I saw it and heard about it. You've
probably seen him in the animated shit. There's the animated show Harley Quinn on Max, which is fucking awesome, by the way.
Yeah, I never watched it. That. Yeah.
It's not for kids.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah.
And Clayface is in that, but he's like a giant puddle of clay that can morph into anybody.
Yep.
But here's my concern about that. I heard rumors that they're trying to combine the characters of Clayface and Hush into the same person. And I don't like that idea. Hush should just stick to being Tommy Elliott.
Right.
Which is a childhood friend of Bruce Wayne, who becomes jealous of his money and fame, and then Tommy Elliott kills his parents, yada, 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 and then he carves his face to look just like Bruce Wayne.
Why do I look up the Batman Part 2 and it comes up and it shows the cast and it says Lady Gaga? That's not correct. She's in...
She's Harley Quinn in the Joker Folie à Deux, the sequel.
Is she Harley Quinn, or is she just in it?
She's Harley Quinn.
Oh, she is? Okay, yeah.
I don't like that either. And this is nothing against Lady Gaga, but this is more or less me taking a dig at the Joker movie as a whole.
It says it's a musical, too.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm not with that.
The first one I thought was it was different, right? It was a different type of movie. I thought it was good for what it was, but it wasn't much Batman-y, obviously. It was more about the Joker, but if it's not going to pertain to... if it's not going to pertain to what's going on, or it's not even the real Joker, and it leads to a different Joker actually being the real Joker, like
how could he be the real Joker? Bruce Wayne's like 10 years
yeah,
old.
right.
And he's like almost 50.
That's what kind of bummed me out when I saw it. I thought it was a decent movie, like the end, the way it played out, it was cool.
The end
but
was cool. Yeah. Especially with the bloody smile. I'm like, okay, I like that. Right. Now, if you keep the bloody smile in the sequel,
yeah,
we might be getting somewhere with this.
Yeah, and he kind of didn't really know what was going on, but he did. Like it was a good twist.
A lot of the movie took place in his head. I like that.
Yeah,
it gave a backstory to a character that, for all extents and purposes, doesn't have much of a backstory. He's just the Joker.
Right.
But I did not like Joaquin Phoenix's movie. I didn't.
Yeah.
It might be a hot take, but I'm a diehard DC fan. I'm one of those guys that prefers DC over Marvel.
Okay, yeah.
But don't get me wrong, I love the MCU.
Right.
I love Deadpool and Wolverine. I can't fucking wait to see that movie.
Yeah.
I already bought my tickets to see it.
No shit, yeah.
Yeah, me, my kid, and my buddy are going.
When's it come out?
July 25th.
Oh, okay. It's not too far away then.
3 days before I go on vacation.
Yeah, well, you got to get it. Got to get it.
Got to get it.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of good movies and TVs to look forward to now. It's going to be a good movie season coming up here soon within the next few years and months.
Next few months.
Yeah. So looking forward to it.
August. Something comes out in August. Something comes out the day before my birthday.
Okay.
I can't think of what.
Yeah.
No, I gotta look it up now because something comes out right at my birthday, and it was something I really, 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 really wanted to see.
It's the Alien.
Let me go to August.
That Trap movie comes out. I don't know if it comes out then.
Okay,
and you also spoke
Alien.
on Alien. Yeah,
Alien Romulus comes out August 16th.
You spoke about the Smile 2 movie.
Yeah, the trailer just dropped today.
Yeah.
I know you said you weren't a huge fan of Smile. I liked it. It kind of reminded me in a way of It Follows.
I loved It Follows.
Did you hear about the sequel to that?
I did, yeah. They said it's fucking
called
even.
They Follow.
Yeah, it's even crazier. They said, yeah. No, I love that. Wait. I thought that was original. Smile is just, in my opinion, just like one of those date movies you go see, and it's just like a scary horror movie, and it's just like a jump scare kind of low hanging fruit kind of thing, and
I didn't mind it. I thought the way
the promo was good leading up to it. How they promoted the movie, of course,
just standing in baseball stadiums and shit, just smiling.
Right, yeah. But the concept, I'm more into like ghosts and vampires.
Wasn't it kind of demonish? Wasn't that what was causing the smart people to?
I don't freaking know. It's just I
gotta rewatch it.
Yeah. But we'll see.
That's all I got for this week.
Yeah. Plenty of stuff to talk about for next week.
Oh, yeah.
Good time. Good movie discussions. Make sure you check out those movies too.
Also, make sure I know we talked a lot about wrestling tonight.
Yeah.
But if you want more wrestling, go check out Andy's other show.
Yeah.
Ringside Renaissance. You can find it in the description below.
Yes.
Hit that like button.
Do it.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us your favorite movies, what you want to hear us talk about, your favorite TV shows, all that. We're here for
music. We'll even do music.
Music,
you got anything you want us to talk about sports-wise?
Yep.
Let us know. Football is around the corner. OTAs and mini camps have just started.
Yep.
Come join the Mafia, if you will.
All right.
We are the Screen Squad.
Hit it. Screen Squad. Out.
Damn.